kids, welcome back to Roto Talk.
Right, kids. Most of the weeds are out of the lake, not all of them. And we're going to do the Maiden on the moon glow. It is around dusk time. Most of the weeds are out, except for in front of my fucking house, which is, you know, God's sense of humor. So, I don't know if you can see the lights or not. I don't really care. So, the interesting thing about this build is I did no center of gravity checks. I did no planning whatsoever. I just kind of looked at the hull, gauged it, and thought, yeah, should work. Took off the shoes here. We're going to go over here where it's reasonably weed-free. Got a little jet motor back there. Let's see if we can show you. I don't know. The fucking thing might sink. I have no idea. So we're going to find out. Let's see what happens. Ouch! Nettles! That sucks. So we're a little bit beyond my beach. Still in my yard, but beyond my beach. Alright. Get out of here. Hey! Look at that. That's full speed. Which, you know. Alright, it actually works pretty good. Uh-oh, got weeds on there. Oh, a lot of weeds. Let's bring her in a little bit. Oh, a lot of weeds. Hang on. It's off her. Let's see what we can do here. Now, again, this is a cruising boat. Looks like we're going a little bit to the... Oops. Oops, too much. Playing with the trim a little bit. Let's bring her out there a little bit. More weeds. It's alright. Bring out in the middle. Now, the reverse on this thruster, this is just a 3S, okay? The reverse on this thruster motor ain't worth a shit. Just letting you guys know. But it's fun. It's exactly what I wanted. Just a little cruising boat. That's full speed on 3S. I can go up to 4S if I wanted to. Push this little toy boat. Nothing exciting, but since we got most of the weeds out of the lake, except for in front of my house, we're going to run some boats tomorrow. Some real boats, gas boats. Maybe the tunnel. I don't know. I'm guessing, and my little 3D printed rudder is working really well. I mean, it's fun. It's what I wanted. It was just a little cruiser boat. Let's bring her in front of us so we can see it a little bit better. But turns left as good as it turns right. No problem there. The ballast is perfect. I am so lucky because, trust me, guys, it was strictly guessing. Let's go reverse. That is full reverse. It does go backwards, as you can see. It's pretty cool. Let's go full right. So obviously 4S would be probably better, but like if you're just looking for a little yep, too much. Just looking for a little cruising boat. And like I said, one of the reasons I built this boat Let's get the weeds off the prop. Is so I can teach my youngest how to drive a boat. So that's what we're going to do. It does, that little hybrid motor thing that I put on here is actually working fairly well. We got a lot of weeds on there. I can see them. So we can back up a little bit. There we go. Oh, got back in the weeds again. See, this is my area over here where we usually start off with our gassers. And there's still some weeds in there. Got some weeds on the prop, on the rudder. I can tell because it's just not turning well. Let's bring her in. Oh, my throttle's way up. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Now, one of the things I did notice with this pump that I used is it doesn't seem to be priming. Yep. It's not you need to prime the pump or there's a leak, one of the two. But, you know, it's not, it's running great. If I was running in a lake with no weeds, it'd be awesome. I think 4S might make it brake plane a little bit better. Let's get some of these weeds off, go backwards. Yeah, big difference. But again, this was supposed to be just a little cruising boat. I'm not happy with that water pump. That is not the normal water pump. Like if you guys remember the skiff build that we did, same company, but I used a 5-volt pump and it just shot out water like it was going out of style. And this 12-volt pump, which is a different brand, it's not sucking at all. And it did the same thing in my shop. It's like it needs to be primed first, which is really not good. So, but again, we have 120 amp ESC with a pretty tiny motor. I don't even think we need to be water cooled, but just for the fact that I put all that work into it, I'll probably swap it out. So let's go in reverse. But my little 3D printed rudder works great. Look at that. It's perfect. Now, if it were much darker out, you would see the lights underneath the hull glowing. And I'll try to get a video of that at some other time. That's about half throttle right there. I am for a little cruising boat. It works really well. It's fun. It's all it's supposed to be. Go in reverse again. This is the Moon Glow. This is from the Netherlands. It was a fun build. Would I recommend it for a beginner? Absolutely. I mean, it was very, very, very simple to do. I definitely overcomplicated it with the electronics. Don't get me wrong. And I'm not one to build slow little toy boats. Usually, this might be aside from tugs, this might be the first one I've ever done. But it's fun. It just zooms right around. It's super responsive. And this is again using that underhull turbine, brushless turbine. Seems to work really well. It's not taking on any water, obviously, because it looks like it's sitting at the same ballast point. So, you know, it's fun. I think at night, or when I'm grilling chicken and stuff like that. It's just it's got the horn. See? That horn could be a lot louder, but I did mount it against the wood because I didn't want it to sound like a frickin' car. I wanted it to sound like a boat. It's loud enough for fun. It's still not dark enough that you can see the LEDs under the water, but that's okay. Battery doesn't seem to be getting any less. It's got a good draft. Not running bad. Got weeds on there. Let's put it in reverse. The reverse on this type of motor is not impressive. I'm not going to lie. Let's bring it in a little bit. There's still weeds on there. I should be out in the middle, but that's okay. Let's get some of these weeds off of here. But it's reverse on a boat. Reverse on a boat's not supposed to be. There we go. Okay, so here's reverse. It's going. So wait a minute. But, you know, if you're pulling out of dock or whatever else, works out okay. You can see our little spotlights in the front. Right there at the top, right below the windows. I'm very disappointed in those 12-volt pumps. Those things suck. I'm going to put the little cheapo, the 5-volt pump that I used in the rigger, the skiff, worked amazing. That thing shoots water out like it's going out of style. This thing, I don't know if you just have to prime it, I guess, and it's just not going to work for this application. So I'll swap it out. We'll put a 5-volt in there. No big deal. Let's see if we can see our... Shoom. Yeah, it's still not dark enough. I mean, you can see a little bit of light underneath the boat, but you can't see the full effect. It would have to be probably pretty much pitch dark, and right now it's like dusk. You'd really have to see pretty much full darkness for that. So we'll swap out that water pump. I really don't think it even needs it, but I already got the circuitry there, and all the fittings will do it. And I've got the steering pretty modest. I think I have it set to like 45% on the EPA. Let's bring it down there a ways. My little 3D printed rudder is working really well. I don't think she's taken on any water because it seems to be having the same draft. Let's bring it down there a ways. Got weeds on the rudder, you can tell because it's listing to the right. It's okay. Oh. Yeah, we're still hitting weeds. Let's bring her in. It's like, don't let me go. Can't let go of my weeds. Ah, I hate this time of year. You know, in like 4 days, we're going to have 0 weeds on this lake. It's just... So I haven't been doing any run videos. My cousin and I put down the weed killer and I'll be gone soon. But I'm impressed with, like I said, a 4S would be a better solution for this boat. But for a little kid play boat, and with weeds on it right now, that's why it's going so slow, it's perfect. I love it. Let's get a better look. And some horn. Alright, kids. Until you can see the light underneath the boat now. That's kind of cool. So until next time, keep dry side up. Bye.